Mrs. Kranau's 5th grade class, we had to do an extra moist monster cookie question. And we did that instead of a vanilla wafer question. Because the vanilla wafers, they all look the same. But a monster cookie, they're all different. So, and we had to make a graph or a chart of it. And mine, I made a pie graph. And I put all the percentages of what they chose. And I will read you the story that I wrote about how I made the question and what my hypothesis was. Have you ever been underwater for 53 hours? I don't think so. In Mrs. Kranau's 5th grade class, we are doing an extra moist monster cookie question. This question has to be a question that no one will ever ask. My question is, if you had to stay underwater for 53 hours, what sock design would you wear? The options to this questions are A, Dr. Pepper, B, bubblegum, C, toilet paper, or D, Tootsie Roll Pop. Some of you may be asking me where I come up with the idea of socks. Well, one day I was thinking of my question to make, and then I looked down at my feet, and I looked down at my socks, and it sprang the idea into my head. I realized that I was wearing funny socks that were the Tootsie Roll Pop socks that are in my question now. By then, all I could do had to come up with a question that involved socks. I was stuck until I walked down the hallway and I saw someone filling up their water bottle. And that's where I got the idea of staying underwater. Do you like Dr. Pepper? I know a lot of people do. So I thought almost everybody would pick Dr. Pepper socks because most of everybody likes them. And I was kind of right because Dr. Pepper and bubblegum both had 40%. Bubblegum had 40% and so did Dr. Pepper. Toilet paper had 10% and Tootsie Roll Pop had 10%. This is how in Mrs. Kranau's 5th grade class I came up with a question that will never be asked. And we also had to make a chart of all the people that we asked. I asked Drake, which picked Dr. Pepper, Bentley that picked Dr. Pepper, Jackson that picked Dr. Pepper, my dad, he picked bubblegum, my mom and she put bubblegum, my sister picked toilet paper, and Breck picked the Tootsie Roll Pop, Coy picked Dr. Pepper, and Jason picked bubblegum, and so did Mrs. Kranau. Most of people pick bubblegum because the ocean has bubbles, so does bubblegum. And a lot of people just pick Dr. Pepper because they think they like it the most out of all of the things that they would eat or drink. And we'll be back after this short break. Well, hello, I'm Billy Bob, and today we will talk about my top 10 things in Mrs. Kranau's 5th grade math class. Number 10, pods. Pods stands for problem of the day, and every day we had to do a certain question and write it down on our pod sheet. On our pod sheet, we also had to do our happy thought and what to work on. Number 9, sink or swim. Sink or swim is a fun game that we can play to practice vocab for our test. And number 8, checklist. Checklist is a list number 8 is brain gym. And brain gym is a thing that every day we switch from alphabetical order that you get to pick 3 brain gym things that you get to do. Some of them are like focus, sprint, tapping, and once you get to pick 3, and then you get to do good thoughts in, bad thoughts out. And number 7 is checklist. Checklist is a list that Mrs. Kranau makes that we have to do and get them checked off by her. Some of them are like counting change and learning 1 through 10 in French. And number 6, math treat. Math treat is a thing that you get to do, and if you get it done, you get a treat or a snack in her classroom for the day. And Number 5, mathematician. Mathematician is a fun way to learn about someone, and you get to be that person and act like them, and then you are interviewed by someone that is asking you questions. And I was William Jones. Number 4, geoturkey. A geoturkey is you get to use geometric shapes to make a turkey, and then you had to color it and write a story about it. And then there were 3. Number 3 is monster cookie question. The monster cookie question was really fun because you got to come up with a creative question that no one will ever ask, and then you got to write how you came up with it and why you did it. And number 2 was raffle. Raffle is a fun activity that Mrs. Kranau puts on that she will buy stuff, and we use tickets that we earn from doing pods or Mac Treat and FCC. And she gets a whole bunch of stuff, and you put your tickets in the cups to see if you get drawn. And number 1, the treasure trove. Mrs. Kranau lets us go to the treasure trove in Blue Hill, and we get to use our tickets that we earn to get something that we want there during Christmas time. And there's my top 10 things to do in Mrs. Kranau's math class.